Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of our game series. Today we're going to be carrying on. Working on. Does that even make sense? Today we're going to be working on, or we're going to continue working on our Christmas game. Yesterday, I think it was, or in the previous episode, whenever that was, we started doing some research into this game, and we decided that we came up with a couple of, or more than a couple, I think it was about 3 ideas. The first one was shoot some stationary or moving targets. The second one was clicking on objects before they get removed, or just disappear out the scene. And then the third one was finding objects within like a lot of different objects, if that makes sense. So like I don't know if you've ever played or if you've ever read the books or played the game Waldo. Where's Waldo? Or I don't even know if it's a game, but you try and find Waldo in amongst other characters. So those are the potential game ideas that we will try and implement for this game series. We'll see how it goes. But today we are going to start by creating some artwork. And the first game that we are going to attempt to try and make for our Christmas game is the shoot the stationary and moving targets. So to do that, I have done a little bit more research into it and decided that we are going to have, let me just try and find a picture. Actually, what are we looking for? Shoot target Unity game image. Let's see if I can find a picture. Okay, so if you look here, we are going to have something similar to this, where we have different levels of targets to shoot. The first level is going to be like that, and then we'll have another level, and then probably another level behind that. What we want to do is we want to actually make these, in this case it's water, but I can't remember. I think it might, I don't know what we're going to make it. We might just make it like a solid color, maybe like a red or greenish color for a Christmas color. So we'll make those move from left to right at different rates, so it kind of looks cool. And then also we will also have some targets that are stationary, and we also have some targets that will move from left to right or even up and down, or they'll just rotate like left to right. I don't know. We'll see what it's like. So, but before we do that, let's pop that to the side, and we can jump straight into Photoshop because we need to create some art for it. So let's create. First of all, let's go into our Unity scene here, and I'm going to create a new canvas. Actually, we could probably just have a look over here. So display, free aspect. Okay, we'll make, actually it doesn't really matter what size we make them, because we need to make them slightly bigger than, or slightly longer in width than the screen, so that when they move from left to right, you don't see the end of it. So I'm going to make a custom shape here. We're going to say 2000 by, I think the first one we will have, let's say, we'll say 200 for now. So we'll enter that, and now on here we can create our little like wave pattern. So to do that, let's go and where's the tool? I haven't used Photoshop in a long time, so our pen tool is here. We want our curvature pen tool. Okay, so these assets will hopefully be linked into the project on our GitHub repo, but this still hasn't finished committing since yesterday, so I'll have to fix that later. But if you want these images, just download them from the GitHub repo. I still need to make that private, so I'll do that as well. But first of all, let's go and create some art. So on here, we're going to make this very simple. It's just going to be like a simple, it's going to go up and down like a little wave. So let's do that. We'll start at the top and just go up and down like this and create a little wave. I don't know if you call that a wave, but I don't know, we'll see. So we'll do that, and then we'll join that, that. Then we'll create a vector mask, and then we will change the color of this to probably red, so we'll fill that up like that. So we'll keep that like that. So let's go and save that. Oh, actually, let's go and export it straight away into our project. So we can go export as PNG, and we can find our folder, wherever that is, Christmas game, Carnival 2D, assets, prefab scenes. Make a new folder called art, and then here we will say, what is this going to be? And we will call it, I know it's not a wave, but I mean it looks like a wave. We'll call it wave dash 200, just because it's height 200. So now what we can do is we can change the height of this to, we will probably slightly more, just more than double it. Okay, so we can't do that. We have to, where is it? Let's see, can you change the image size? There we go. So we want this to be pixels. So we want this to be, it's 200 at the moment. So let's go make this 450 maybe. Like that. And then I am going to, can you edit that? Okay, that's not going to work. I don't know if you can edit that. I haven't used Photoshop in a while, so let's just do this from scratch. So we will make a new file. The same thing, we will say 2000 width-wise by 450 height, and then we can make it again, because we do want it to be slightly different to the top one, so that it looks cool. So let's go like this. Actually, I think that's a bit too big. We need to make it smaller so that we can actually see the curves. Like that. Something like that. Also, this is not going to be perfect because I only just started using Photoshop, so I still need to learn how to use these things. But, well, it should be fine for this game. So we will also make this one let's make this a little bit darker than the other one, so we'll fill that in like that. Can't do that. Can you edit a, I don't know if you can edit that, but anyway, we will save that like that. So let's go and export that as well. So same thing, wave by, I think it was 450. We'll save that like that. Then we will create another one. Same thing, width is going to be 2000 by 450. Let's go 750. We can always bring it down in the Unity editor if we needed. So we can put this one up here like this somehow. Something like this. And then we will do the same thing, layer mask. And then we can make this one probably, I don't know, let's just make it a different color like that. We don't want it to be too dark, so we'll try that, and then we will export that again. And this is, what is this, 750? So same thing, 7. We'll just change that 4 to 7. Cool. So let's jump into Unity now. We should be able to see our pictures here. So let's go and drag some of these in. So here is our one wave. So let's paste our other one and our next one. Okay, so what we want to do is we want this one to be in the middle. So actually, let's go and reset all of these so that they all on top of each other, and then let's bring them down. Where's our arrow? So over here we will bring them down to the bottom of the scene, like that. But we want to put the tall one at the back. So let's go that one, we'll put it 1. This one we'll put it, no, so the middle one, let's see. So the first one needs to be at 1, the second one needs to be at 2, I think. Or does it work the other way? So the biggest one needs to be at 0, the middle one needs to be at 1, and the first one needs to be at 2, I think. So 0, 1, 2. Cool. So now we can bring that one down as well, and then we can also bring this one down, something like that. So the idea of this is that we are going to attach a script to them that will move them side to side slightly like this, but they will all move at different speeds and at the same time. So this one we could probably bring like that down there. Can we, let's see something quick. We need to try and make these bigger because clearly didn't make them big enough. So let's do that. We will set the width of all of them. Let's just go and reset it. Actually, we'll deal with that later. But for now, let's try and get them to move from side to side. So we'll pop them all back in the same place, like that. And then the only thing I want to do now is I want to move this one down a little bit, just so that it is... Actually, no, we'll leave it there, but then we'll move this one up a little bit, just so there's a little bit of a space. So this one needs to be like that, just so that when this one does move, we don't really see... Oh, you can't see that. We don't really see this bit over here. You can see the different colors. And so we'll leave that like that. And then we might actually need to change the colors of these because you can't really see the different colors. Actually, maybe you can. Actually, let's go change the background color. So background color of the camera needs to be black. That looks fine. We will add something at the back there instead. Probably like the background of like a carnival stand. Actually, let's go. Should we do that now quickly? Let's go make a background picture. So we'll close this. We won't save that, and then we will make a new one, new file, art and illustration. So what size have we got here? Let's see. Main camera is. Okay, so we can't see that. Anyway, these are width of 2000 and they're just going out, so we'll keep it at 2000 by 1000. We'll see what that's probably fine. So in here we are going to make a quick and simple background, and then we probably won't use this as a finished background for the game, but we will just make something for now so that the game starts to look pretty cool. So we can probably make a rectangle like that, and then copy and paste that and put that next to it, and then we can go and change this to like a greenish color, and we can go rectangle 1, rectangle 2. So something like that. We don't really want a stroke on it, so we'll get rid of those. Let's go do that again. So this we will put over there, and we'll copy and paste that, put it next to each other, and make it green, like that. Do we want to make that slightly darker? Probably. Yeah, let's make that a little bit darker, so something like that, just so it doesn't stand out so much. A little bit darker, maybe like that, because we don't want the game to be very bright. Yeah, I think that looks fine. I don't really like this. Background. You know what? Let's do this again. So let's start again. So on layer 1, let's put in a rectangle. Where's that rectangle? Why can't I see it? We just had it here like a few seconds ago. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll make a rectangle, a green one apparently. And then for the green one, we don't want to have a stroke on it, so we'll set that like that. And then we can make another layer, and we will put another rectangle on it. We don't want a stroke, so we'll put those on like that, and then we can change the color of it hopefully by doing that. And then the shape layer must be rasterized before proceeding. Rasterize the shape. Okay, so we'll put red onto there. Why has it got a... Oh, it doesn't have... I thought it had a white outline, which is... Okay, so it doesn't have that white outline, which is good. That's fine. So now I wonder if we can just copy and paste those. So let's go copy and we can delete this one. Paste those, and then we can do the same thing, but we want to move that like that. Something like that. And then again. This white over here is still annoying me, although it's not really anything because it is, I think it's just the screen or whatever it's called. But we'll just keep copying and pasting these, even though I don't even know if this is the best way to do it. And then we will probably only need 2 more. Green one and a red one like that, and then this we can push in there, and then all of these we can move like that, and then this one move over there. Okay, so that's going to be our background for now, but I wanted to end in green, so let's just so it looks cooler. I know I'm wasting time on this because we're probably not going to use this background as a final picture, but we will use it for now, so bear with me. Cool, so we will go and export that. Export as PNG into our art folder called our background. And then let's jump back into here, and now we should have a background here, so we'll put this in, and this needs to be -1, so it goes to the back. The Y needs to be 0, and X also needs to be 0, so it's in the middle. Cool. So let's see what that looks like. So it is it is a little bit better. We no longer see the black background, which is good, but what we do want is we will eventually want to make something that looks better than that, because that just looks terrible, honestly. So, but for now it's fine. So let's go and move this down. So let's go and create a script now in our scripts folder, and this one we will call, what are we going to call this? this script, we're going to make it reusable for each and every one of these layers, just so we don't have to write it all over again. So we'll create serialized fields in the scripts, and then we'll just input the speed that we wanted to move from left to right at. So we want to create the script and name it. What do we want to name it? What is this called? I can't figure out what the name of this is called. I don't know. For now, we'll call it left to right movement. So we'll save that, and then we will, on all of them, add the script onto them. So we'll drag that onto there, and then we will go and edit the script. So in here, we want to have a serialized field. Why is my autocomplete not working? So serialized field, there we go. Serialized field, this is going to be a int, a speed, like that, and then I think that's all we need. So we can save that. We are not going to do the actual movement in today's video, but let's go and start this. So in here, see now if we click on each and every one of them, they all have the speed variable here, so we can go and set the speed of the first one to about 5. The next one we can set at about 7. Actually, let's go make that 10. They'll go up in 5, so the next one needs to be 15, obviously. So we will let's go and add something else. Where am I? So what we want them to do is we want them to move from left to right, like I said, but we also want them to move at different speeds, which is why we have the speed variable. Another thing we want is we want each alternate one. So the first one will move to the right first, and so will the third one, and then the one in the middle, and depending if we have a fourth one, the one in the middle and the fourth one, we will want to move to the left first and then to the right. So let's just go add a boolean into our script here, and that can be called let's go is moving right. Save. I don't know, can you make a boolean is moving right? Okay, you can. So let's go and say the first one and the third one, we will click that and we will make them move to the right. And obviously the middle one is not going to be ticked because that's going to move to the left first. So to do that, the only thing, we'll save that quick, the only thing we have to do is, where is it? In the script, in our update method, because the update is called once per frame, we will add in some movement into there, and we will also add a if statement and check if it is moving right, let's move it to the right, and once it's reached its limit, we will set is moving right to false, and then it will automatically move to the left to its limit, and then once it's reached that limit, it will move back to the right, and so on and so forth. It'll just keep repeating that, and then swapping from is moving right is equal to true, and then we'll swap to is equal to false. So that is pretty much it for today, I think. Hopefully that is, well, hopefully this game is going to work, and more importantly, hopefully this microphone is doing its job and the music is not loud enough. So that's it for today. So thank you again for watching this video if you made it this far, and I will see you again in next episode. I don't know if it's tomorrow, but I'll see you again in the next episode. Goodbye.